Hello everyone, today we're learning Bob Mציעא Daf Mem Daled. We're going to start from the Mishnah at the bottom of Mem Gimel Amud Beis. Says the Mishnah, Choyshev V'shloach Yad B'Pikodon. Someone who got a deposit, a Pikodon, and he said in front of two Eidim that he's planning to steal the Pikodon to himself, but he never actually did it. He just told Eidim that he's planning to do it. B'shama Umar Chayev, already on the Machshava Yechayev, already on the plan. B'sir Umrim, you're not chayav until when you actually take. Because it says in the pasuk, that's mashma they actually took it. Now a new din in the Mishnah, nothing to do with the first din. He had a pikodon of a barrel of wine and he tilted it on the side. And he stole a revis of wine from it. And afterwards it broke. He only has to pay for the revius he stole, but the rest he's still a shoyma that's potter for gneva v'aveda. But if he picked up the barrel and then v'notali men revius, so now he did the kinyan on the whole barrel because he was magbiah it. V'nishbura, now it broke. Even if it was be'oines mishalim meikula, he has to pay the whole barrel. Says the Gemara, Minoan Emili, what's the machloikes between Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel? The Ton Rabbanon we learned, I'll call Dvar Pesha. Any type of Pesha, Beis Shammai or Melamed, it's coming to include any type of Pesha, Shechayev ala machshava k'maisa, that you're chayev for machshava, thinking of doing a Pesha as if you did it. Beis Hillel oimrim eino chayev ad she'ishlach boyad, you're not chayev until you actually steal. Shenamar, because it says the pasuk lo yisholach yodei b'meleches re'eu, they actually did it. Armulein Beis Shammai leBeis Hillel. Beis Shammai asked the shaila to Beis Hillel, v'lo kvar ne'emal al kol dvar pesha, but it says al kol dvar pesha, that's coming to include l'chora any type of pesha, even a machshava. Armulein Beis Hillel Beis Shammai, v'lo kvar ne'emal lo yisholach yodei b'meleches re'eu. It says the other pasuk that's mashma they actually did it in kein matar mudloima al kol dvar pesha. So what is called dvar pesha coming to teach us lefi Beis Hillel? I might have thought I might have thought only if I was Sholeach Yad B'Pikodon, the Shoyme himself. If he told his slave or his messenger to do it, minayin, how do you know that Yechayev, even though that is normally ein shleach ledvar vera? How do we know that Beishlichus Yad yesh shleach ledvar vera? Talmud Loima, we learn it from Al Kol Dvar Pesha that any type of pesha, even al yedei shlichus, you'll be chayev. We learned in the Mishnah, Ites achavis Omar Rabba lo yishonu ele nishbro. This holding that if you moved the chovis and he took out the revis and it broke the yapota on the rest of the chovis is only because it broke. If it went bitter, became vinegar, mishalim is kula. He pays the whole barrel. My time, and what's the difference? Giri dideu dahanile. It's his arrows who caused the damage. I mean, by him taking out the revis, the air came in and that caused the whole barrel to go into vinegar, and therefore it's like he was mazik the whole barrel and he has to pay for the whole barrel. It doesn't need that he actually took enough that he picked it up to take, even though at the end of the day he never took anything, he's still chayev. We could see from here that even though they never took, because he did Akbar, he's a Sholech Yad even without no Chusaron, and we had the whole machloikis about that. So the Gemara, no, we don't have a raya. Amri, loy, shiny hocha, over here it's different. Because if this guy, when he picked it up, he didn't want to take out the revis, because if he takes out the revis, this revis will be easier to get ruined because it's not in the chovis. So therefore he left it in there to take it in a later stage. But because he did already a kinyan, it's as if he stole it already and separated it, and therefore he's chayev in this case. But in a normal case, maybe shlichus yad needs the chisor and he won't be chayev. Boy Ravashi, what would be in a similar case? Igbir Arniki picked up a wallet, literally meant a dinner to take out one coin, and he's a shoyma. Now, do we say chamru deloy minta agav chamru? Wine is only kept well with other wine, and then you say that Keilu he was already mechaser in it, and it's chayev, but aval zuza minta, but I could keep a coin by itself, it won't get ruined, and therefore if I left it, I didn't do a chisor, and therefore I'm not chayev. Or Dilma, maybe shiny nitirusa darniki, nitirusa the dinner. It's much easier to keep a wallet safe and to keep one coin safe. It's much easier to lose, and therefore that I left it there. It's because I wanted to be safe, and therefore it's called a chisoron, and therefore I should be chayav. So the Gemara teiku tishbi taretz kushis v'boyes. Bezat Hashem, Benisa Nigalu will be zoicha very close for Leo Anovi to come and tell us all the teikus in the Shas. Hadron alocha mafkid. Bli neder will come back to you mafkid and we'll learn you again. Now we're starting Perek Hazov. It's a bit of a harder Perek in Baba Mציעא. It's all about kinyonim. So before we start, I'm just going to explain a little bit. So I have over here $100, and I have over here a watch. So now, let's say I want to buy this watch. It belongs to someone else, and I give him $100, and I never took the watch yet. So the thing is, mois are not coin of the watch. That means we'll see in the mission already, but who could be choizer? But the pastors, we both could be choizer. I could say, no, you know what? I don't want the watch. I want the money back. Or the moicha could say, you know what? I'm not giving you the watch. I'm not giving you the money. And the reason is, we're going to see later on in the Gemara, there's two reasons. Or because really midoraisa mois oinum koinos, it's not kinyan giving over money, it's not mechayev the other person to give me the watch. Or the other reason is really midoraisa, once I give the money, the watch becomes mine. But we're choishesh that if that's going to happen, maybe the watch is not over here. I'm going to give him the money, the watch is in his attic, and then tomorrow I'm going to come and say, can I have my watch, please? He's going to say, oh, I had a fire in my attic and the watch got burnt, and he won't care about the watch because he got the money already. Therefore, Rabbanon said, Mois Einam Koinos, that's a basic of this Mishnah. But in the opposite case, if I wanted the watch for this $100 and he gave me the watch, and I neither gave him the $100 yet, it's a kinyan, and that's it. I owe him $100, and I can't say, oh, take your watch back. No, because you owe him money. $100, you don't owe him the watch. Okay, that's Akdama for the Mishnah. Now we're going in the Mishnah, all different things, what's considered money and what's considered Paris. But the basic line is, if I do Mashiach on the Paris, I'm coin of the money. If I do Mashiach on the Mois, I'm not coin of the Paris. Says the Mishnah, Azov coin of Sakesef. If I do Mashiach on gold, I'm coin of the silver, because Ilagabe silver, gold is considered Paris, because silver is more over la soicha. A kesef ain't a koines azal, but in the contrary, if I do Mashiach on the kesef and I have gold to give him, so he's not koine of the gold until he does Mashiach on the gold. Another case, and is copper koines a kesef. If I do Mashiach on, if we have a deal, I'm selling someone copper and he's going to give me silver. So once he does Mashiach on the copper, he is koina the kesef. But by kesef, I say koina is like nechoshes. But if I do Mashiach on the kesef, I'm not koina the nechoshes because it's like money compared to copper. Mois harois, if you have money that doesn't, they're not very good money, they don't work everywhere. Koina is sayofos, and we want to swap the bad ones for the good ones. So if he does Mashiach on the bad ones, he's koina the good ones. By yofos, if I do Mashiach on the good ones, ain't no koina is harois. The same idea. Asimo in a coin that doesn't have the stamp of the king, coin is a matbea, it's Paris connected the matbea. But matbea in a coin is asimo, because matbea is more money than asimo, because it has a stamp on and it's easier to use. Metaltelim. If someone did Mashiach on metaltelim, let's say the watch in our example, coin is a matbea. Once he did Mashiach, that's it, the person owes him the money. But matbea, if you did Mashiach on the $100, ain't a coin is a metaltelim, you're not coina the watch or whatever metaltelim they are. Like we said, kesef is not koina. Kola metaltelim koinim zeh. But all metaltelim, let's say I have a watch, keneged the bicycle. So then if I did a Mashiach on the watch, I'm koina the bicycle. If I did Mashiach on the bicycle, I'm koina the watch. Ketzad, we're going to explain the case of the Mishnah, the Moshach in Paris, if I did Mashiach on Paris. We never gave the money yet. No one could change a mind and the person owes him the money. But if he gave him money for the Paris, but he never did Mashiach on the Paris, they both could change their mind. But said the Mishnah, a very important thing. But he said, the one who punished the people in the Dur of Noach, of the Dur of Mabel, Umidur Afloga, and the Dur where they built a big tower in Bovel to fight Hashem. Who was that? Was HaKadosh Baruch Hu who did it. who that Kadosh Baruch Hu osid bifara, he's going to pay off badly. Mimisha eino imed b'dibura, someone who doesn't keep his word. So if he gave money for item and then he changed your mind for no reason, even though that mi'ilches choshen mishpat you could change your mind, you'll still get mishapara, and it's very bad. The Hashem will punish you. Rab Shimon argues on one point. Kol shakesef biyodoi yodoi le'alyoino. So let's say the case of the watch and the money. So this belongs to Reuven, and I give Reuven the money. So we said until now that we both could change our mind because kesef eino koina. Comes Rab Shimon and says no. The one who has the money by him, he could choose. He could say, you know what, I'm changing my mind, take your money back. Or he could say, no, I'm keeping the mekach and take the watch back. Take the watch I owed you and get the money. But me, who I don't have the money in my hand, I don't have anything in my hand, I'm waiting for the watch. I can't say, oh, you know what, I want my money back, I don't want the watch. No, I don't have that choice. Only the one who has the money. Says the Gemara. Masni le Rebbe le Reb Shimon Brei. Rebbe taught his son Reb Shimon, Azov koines hakesef, like it says in our Mishnah. Omalei Rebbe, so Reb Shimon told his father Rebbe, when you were younger, you taught us the opposite. Hakesef koines azov. You said that when you were younger, you taught us that kesef is more peris than dov, and therefore if you do Mashiach on kesef, you're koine the dov. But the dov ain't a koines hakesef. Opposite our Mishnah. Now when you go older, you're teaching us the opposite. Azov koines hakesef. Full stop. This is a brisa that we're learning that Rebbe, when he was younger, held that the kesef is considered more money than that. Zav is considered more cash than kesef is considered cash. Tzedek Marbil, do say my sova was a knuse my sova. What did he change? What did he hold when he was younger, and what did he change his mind when he was older? They'll do say sova when he was younger. He held the ava, the choshev, the ava that's the most choshev. It's the most choshev of metal. Avetiva, it's considered a coin. It's considered cash. Kaspa, the loy choshev, silver, that's less of a valuable metal. Aveperi, it's considered peris keneged the gold. The konile peri letiva, and we know that peris, when you do Mashiach, it's koina the money, and when you do Mashiach on money, you're not koina the peris. There's a knusis of when you go older, or like it says in our Mishnah, he held kaspa the chorif, silver, even though that has less value than gold, it's easier to use. It's more oivel asoicha. You could easier to use it in the shop. Avetiva, that's more considered like money. The loichorif gold, even though that has a higher value, but it's not easy to use in the shop, it's considered peri, ave peri, the konile peri letiva, and that doesn't change. We always hold that peris are coin of the tiva, and tiva is not coin of the peris. Okay, so we could see that there was two shittas, what's considered more cash and what is it gold or is it silver. Tzedek Omar Vashikel, do say mistabra, it's more mistabra like when Rebbe was young, not like our Mishnah. Midiktoni, since it says in the Mishnah. That means there was two gerses how to be gerse in our Mishnah itself. When he was younger, he was gerse the opposite, and when he's older, the gerse was like it says in our Mishnah. Says Rav Ashi, the gerse like he was younger is more mistaba. Why? Midiktoni anechoishes koines hakesef. Since in the second case of the Mishnah, it says that copper, when you do Mashiach, it's coin of the money, it's coin of the kesef. So if you're going to tell me kaspa, silver legabe dahava, when you have silver against gold, so silver is considered peri hava. So we know that gold is money compared to silver, and silver is compared to gold is peris. So ahainu de kotoni, that's why it tells you afterwards by nechoshes koines hakesef to tell you the afal pi de legabe dahava peri havi, even though that we just said that silver is considered Paris keneged gold, legabe nechoshes tiva. It's coming to tell you that, but when it comes to nechoshes, even though the Paris, that silver is considered Paris keneged gold, but keneged nechoshes it's considered money. That's the chiddush of the second case of the Mishnah. Elo iomas kaspa legabe dava tiva. If you're going to tell me that silver keneged gold, silver is considered coins, it's considered cash. If already silver keneged gold is more valuable, Amras Tiva, you say it's considered cash, it's considered money. Legabe nechoishes, when you have silver against nechoishes, the EU choshev that silver is also more valuable. The EU chorif and also to use miboye. Do we need the Mishnah to tell you that it's considered money keneged nechoishes and nechoishes is considered peres keneged silver? It's obvious. So the Gemara, no, itzrich. Really, you could be gurus like our Mishnah Azov, koines akesef, akesef eino koines Azov, and you still need the chiddush to tell you that nechoishes koines akesef, akesef eino koines and nechoishes. Sal kedai tochamina, you might have thought, and a pretty be'asra desagi. This prutus of nechoishes in a place where you could use them, hinu charifi, they're even easier to use than silver. Maybe we consider nechoishes because it's in some places easier to use. We consider it as cash keneged silver. Komash Malom tells us the Mishnah, since there's places where I can't use copper coins, it's considered peris keneged silver that always could be used as money. So therefore we don't have a raya that the girsa is more mistaba like Yelduse of Rebbe. After Abchia Sova the Ava Tivahave. Said the Gemara, Abchia holds that gold is considered money keneged silver, not like what it said in the Mishnah, more like a Rebbe held when he was young. The Rav, what a story, the Rav, Oizif Dinri Mibarti the Rabchia, he borrowed gold coins from the daughter of Rabchia. Lasoif Eike Dinri, the price of the dinarim went up in price. Also Lekamei de Rabchia, he came in front of Rabchia. Omale, so let's say he borrowed 100 dinarim. Omale zil sholim lo tabim betiklin. Go pay her the 100 that you borrowed off her, the full amount. That's the end of the story. So the Gemara, I omris bishleima dahava tivahava. If you're going to tell me that gold is considered coins, shapir, so very good. There's no problem because I could borrow from someone $1 million and pay him back $1 million. And I don't have to be choishes a year later when I'm paying it back. The price of dollars changed because when you borrow money and give back the same sum, there's no problem of ribis. Elo yomad periave. If you're going to tell me gold is considered peris, avele sel besel ve'asa, we know that midirabonon, I'm not allowed to borrow 10 kilos of wheat and to give back 10 kilos of wheat when the price goes up. Because it looks like ribis, even though I took 10 kilos and I'm giving 10 kilos back, but because when I'm giving it back, the price went up, it's a problem. It's a issa de rabbanon of ribis. So if we look at gold, as if it's peris, so the should be a problem of ribis. He borrowed 100 coins of gold, and now he's giving it back when it's worth more. It's so besal. How did you do it? Elomai, we could see Rab Chia Upaskin in the case held that gold is considered cash, and therefore there's no problem of sell besal. Said the Gemara, Dichui, no. Rav Dinra Havele. Rav really had these dinarim, but they were somewhere in his safe where he couldn't get hold of them right now. Became in the Havele Dinri, since he had the money and he just needed this other money until he could give back the money that he has already. So we know that the din is you're not allowed to borrow a saw of wheat and give back a saw when it goes up in price. But if I have a saw, I'm sitting in Beersheba, and my saw is in Tel Aviv, so I borrow from my neighbor over here a saw, and I say I'll give you back from the one I have in Tel Aviv. Oh, I have here a hut, my storage unit, and I just don't have a key. So please give me a saw, and when my son comes and brings the key, or when I find the key, I'm going to give you back the saw for my storage units. In such a case, we say, my saw in Tel Aviv or in my storage unit is straightway nikna to the person who lent it to me, and therefore in such a case you're allowed to lend saw b'saw even if the price goes up. So also over here, Rav had dinrim, so therefore there's no problem of saw b'saw even if we say it's considered peris, and therefore we have no raya. The Rab Chia holds that gold is considered peris. Omarova, Hai Tana Sova, this price that we're going to bring, this Tana holds the Hava Tiva Hava, that gold is considered coins, not like our Mishnah. The Tanya we learned in the Brisa. Pruta Sha'amru, the Pruta that we said, and we're going to say soon what does it mean, Legabe, what we're talking about, which Pruta, how much is the worth? It's Echod Mishmoina, it's 8. Be'isai Talki, take a Isai Talki, split it into 8, that's a Pruta. Lemay nafkamina, what's an nafkamina, how much a prut is? Lekidusha isha, that with the eighth of a issa italki, I could be mikadesh a woman. Issa, how much is a issa? Is echod me'esim ve'arba bedino shel kesef. Issa is 1 in 24 from a dinner of silver. Lemay nafkamina, why do I need to know how much a issa is? Lemekach u'memkar. That if I sold the dinner for more than 24 isrim of isrim, anything more than that is a no. And if it's more than a fix, like we're going to learn later on, I could get it paid back if the guy cheated me. So we need to know how much the value is. Dinner shel kesef, how much is one dinner shel kesef worth? Echod me'esim v'chamisha, it's 1 in 25, but dinner shel zov. So in one dinner of zov, there's 25 dinarim shel kesef. Lemay nafkamina, why do I need to know this? Lepidyon haben. Rashi explains that pidyon haben is 5 shkolim, and a shekel deraisa is a selah, and a selah is 4 dinarim. So how much? If one selah is 4 dinarim of kesef, and I need to give 5 sloim, so 4 times 5 is 20. So I need to give 20 coins of kesef. So if I gave the coin a gold coin, and I only have to give him 20 coins of silver, so he has to return to me 5 coins of silver, because in one gold coin there's 25 coins of silver, and I only owe him 20, so he has to give me 5 back. So until here is Dibra Brisa. If you're going to tell me that gold is considered cash, so it makes sense that this whole Brisa, Misharet Tone B'midi the kites, we start from Prutus and we go up all the way in something that's fixed, gold, that we considered it coins, we considered it cash, and therefore we base everything on gold. Ella, if you're going to tell me that gold is more considered like Paris when it comes to silver, doesn't make sense that we take a silver coin and we say how much is a silver coin? 25 silver coins is worth a golden coin. If a silver coin is the ikka, that's ikka the money. Doesn't make sense to base that onto gold. You base gold onto that. And vimnim, sometimes the mahadele koana vizidim the moisifle hulo koana. Because if a gold is the one that moves and silver is fixed, so if I give him a golden coin to the coin, sometimes I have to give him more if I want to do pidyon haben when the silver goes down in value, and sometimes when the silver goes up in value, he has to give me back more than 5 coins back. So how is the Brisa telling you something that's not fixed? What do we see from here? That this Brisa holds that gold is considered cash. Shmamino, not like our Mishnah who holds that gold is considered peris legabe kesef. Now also, we learned over there, Bishama say lo yase odom sloim dinori kesef. It's talking about Maisa Sheni. And someone has Maisa Sheni, he has to take it up to Yerushalayim. But now, he's not going to Yerushalayim tomorrow. So by the time he gets to Yerushalayim, the parents are going to get ruined. The Torah tells you, you know what you could do? You could take this money and change it. You could take this fruit and change it onto money. So now if I have shloim that's from Kesef, Bisham I say I'm not allowed to change it onto dinarizov, because I want to make it light on me. I have lots of dinar. We said 25 dinari kesef is 1 coin. So instead of taking all these coins of kesef, I'll change it onto gold. So Bishama Yomrim lo ya'asodom shloim dinari kesef. You can't take silver coins and change it onto gold coins. B'silel Matur and B'silel say it's you're allowed to do that. Now in this machloikes, there's another machloikes of Amoraim. Rabbi Yochanan v'Rish Lakish Chadom one says machloikes b'sloim al dinrim. The whole machloikis is when I want to take silver coins and change it onto gold coins. The Beishame Savri, Kaspativa, Beishame holds silver is considered cash, the Dava is considered Paris, like in our Mishnah, the Tiva Paris, and the whole Chiddush of the Torah that you could take Paris and Mechalel it on money, but you can't take money and Mechalel on Paris outside Yerushalayim. Only when you get to Yerushalayim you could use the money to buy Paris to eat, but outside Yerushalayim you can't do that. And therefore, this should to hold in Bishama, you can't take silver coins and change it to gold coins, because gold coins are considered Paris. B'sila Savri Kaspa Peri, Beis Hillel hold kaspa is considered peris. V'dahava and gold is considered tiva, is considered money. Uperi ativa mechalinan, and that's why you're allowed to take silver and change it onto gold, because gold is even more of cash. So there's no problem. Aval peris al dinrim, if I want to take peris and change it onto gold, divra koil mechalelina, and everyone agree that you could be mechalelit. My time, what's the reason? Mididava kesef lebeis Hillel. Like silver to Beis Hillel. Kesef lebeis Hillel, like silver for Beis Hillel. Afal gav de kaspa legabe dave periave. Like, even though the Beis Hillel hold, I can't take silver coins and change them onto gold coins. Why? Because silver coins are considered more peris. Gold coins that are considered more money, but legabe peri. How did I have these silver coins? It didn't grow on the tree. I changed peris on them, right? Legabe peri tiva. But when I look at these silver coins, even though that's peris legabe gold, but legabe peris, it's money, and therefore I could change peris on this. So therefore, zov nami lebeshamai. So gold also to beshamai. Afal gav de dahava legabe kaspa peri. When I compare gold to silver, gold is considered peris. But when I compare gold to Paris, Tivave, it's considered money, and therefore I could change Paris onto gold. Lefi Beishamai. One of the Amoraim, Rabbi Yochanan Rish Lakish holds, Oma af beParis al dinner machloikis. That Beishamai you hold that you're not allowed to change silver onto gold. You're also not allowed to change Paris onto gold, because gold is not considered money, and you're not allowed to change. You're only allowed to change my sheni onto money. Said the Gemara, "Ulemanda Omar Peres al Dinur Machloikes Lifi the Shitta that Bishamai hold that even to take Paris and to change onto gold, you're not allowed. Adam if Ligibislim al Dinur. Why the whole Machloikes between Bishamai and Beis Hillel on silver coins onto gold coins? Lifloik be Paris al Dinur. The Machloikes should be that, are you allowed to change fruit onto gold or not? Bishamai hold it's forbidden, and Beis Hillel hold it's allowed. So the Gemara, no. If the Machloikes would be between Bishamai and Beis Hillel, can I change fruit onto gold coins? Hava mina, I might have thought, anemili beperes al dinri. The whole Machloikes between Beis Hillel and Bishamai is, are you allowed to change fruit onto gold coins? Aval besloim al dinrim, but to change silver coins onto gold coins, moidule and Bishamai, Beis Hillel and Bishamai. Da'ava legabe kaspa, here have it. You might think Beis Hillel hold you're allowed to change fruit onto gold coins, but silver coins onto gold coins, that's forbidden, because even though that gold coins is considered money legabe fruit, but legabe silver it's considered peris, and you're not allowed to change. So therefore, you wouldn't know the chiddush of Beis Hillel. That's why the whole Machloikes is talking about when you're changing silver coins onto gold coins, to tell you that Beis Hillel hold that even silver coins you're allowed to change onto gold coins, not only Paris. Okay, so we do have a raya. Said the Gemara, this time I'll bring you a raya, because we had the Machloikes Bishamai Beis Hillel, and then we had the Machloikes Rabbi Yochanan Rish Lakish. What does Bishamai hold on Paris onto gold coins? And we don't know who said what. Did Rabbi Yochanan say it's forbidden if you Bishamai, or did Rish Lakish say it's forbidden? Said the Gemara, this time I'll bring you a raya. The Rabbi Yochanan, who do Amar, Rabbi Yochanan is the one who says, Ein mechalelim. He's the one who says that you're not allowed Lefi Bishamai to change Paris onto gold coins. The Amar Rabbi Yochanan said, Oselilvos dina bedina. You're not allowed to lend a dinner and pay back a dinner later on, because it might go up in price and it'll be ribis. Said the Gemara, dinner demai. What type of dinner? Ilay medina de kesef. If we talk about a silver dinner, the dinner should. Said the Gemara, ilay medina de kesef, the dinner should kesef. I want to borrow a dinner of kesef and pay back a dinner of kesef. Legabe nafshei. When we look at dinner of kesef at its own, without other coins, mi'ikel emando oma lo lav tiva. If a shit to hold that dinner of kesef is not considered money, for sure it's money, and money you're allowed to borrow money and give back money. It's even a mitzvah to lend out money in kesef talves hami. If a person needs, you need to lend the money, and this is considered money. Elop shita dinner shozor bedinner shozor. It must be talking about a golden dinner. Ulemanu, in which shit is Rabbi Yochanan talking about? Ilir Beis Hillel. If we're going into just Beis Hillel, it can't be. Or Amritiv Ave. Beis Hillel said that gold coins is considered money more than silver. So it can't be. So for sure you'd be allowed to borrow a golden coin and pay back a golden coin. Elolav, we must be talking about Lebi Shammai. This din of Rabbi Yochanan must be talking about Lefishitas Beishamai holds that gold connected silver is Paris, and therefore you're not allowed to borrow a golden coin and pay back a golden coin because it might go up in price. And Tosis explains, obviously, not that Rabbi Yochanan holds like Beishamai. It's just Rabbi Yochanan was saying that Liba de Beishamai, you're not allowed to do that. Or another terrorist, Tosis said that Rabbi Yochanan holds our Mishnah that Zov, that's a Stam Mishnah that says Zov koines hakesef, meaning Zov is Paris, and therefore it's forbidden to do so beso. Something more Vishmami, no, we could see Rabbi Yochanan Doma ein mechalelim. Since Rabbi Yochanan says you're not allowed to lefi Beishamai borrow a dinner of Zov and pay back a dinner of Zov, that means that he holds its mamish Paris, and therefore it's like Saw Besaw, and therefore also you're not allowed to Michal Paris and a dinner shel Zov because it's like Paris. And therefore we could see that Rabbi Yochanan is the one who held that Lefi Beishamai even Paris and Zov is forbidden, and not Rish Lakish. Says the Gemara, no. I'll tell you, Rabbi Yochanan Doma Mechalel. Rabbi Yochanan is the one who holds that Lefi Beishamai you could be Mechalel dinner Paris and dinner shel Zov Lefi Beishamai. B'shayni alvo, but when lending is different. Kevan the inyan mekach umemka shavira bonon kipera, since legabe mekach umemka, like in our Mishnah we said gold is considered like Paris. When I do Mashiach on the gold, I'm coin of the silver, and when I do Mashiach on the silver, I'm not coin of the gold. Damrinin who knew the oikevazil, that we say keneged the silver, it's the one that goes up and down. Legabe alvo. So when we talk about borrowing money, nami periavi, it's also considered Paris, and therefore it's a problem of sell basar to lend a dinner zov to get back a dinner zov. But when we talk about Maisa Sheni, for sure a dinner shel zov is considered money connected to Paris, and he could be Michalel Paris onto a golden coin. Says the Gemara, Ochinami mistabra, I bring you, it's mistabra the opposite. Ochinami mistabra that Rabbi Yochanan is the one who says that Lefi Beishamai you could be Michalel Paris on gold. When Rabbi came, he came in the name of Rabbi Yochanan, Afal Pisha Omer also Lilvois. Dinner bedinner, even though they're not allowed to borrow a dinner, connected a dinner because it might go up and it's like saw besaw, but Mechaleli Maisa Sheni Olov. But to be Mechalel Maisa Sheni Olov, you're allowed. Shma Mino, so we could see very clearly that the chilik, like Abe Maisa Sheni, we look at it as if it's coins, it's money, and you could change Paris on it. But Legabe Alvo, we more machmer, and since we say that gold coins connect silver, it goes up and down, so you're not allowed to borrow a golden coin and pay back a golden coin because it's like borrowing a sav chitin and paying back a sav chitin. That's a issa ribis derabanan. Shkoyach. Everyone should have a very blessed and happy day. Nachman says the Geula comes when we fight the sadness and we win and we're happy even in hard times. That's what brings the Geula. Shkoyach.